Hi, I'm Mark Olives, and today I'd like to talk to you about why exercise doesn't always help with weight loss. Now, initially that statement might strike a lot of people as odd, and I can tell you that I am 100% believer in exercise. If you're not exercising, you're making a huge mistake. There is nothing but positive research for exercise, and there's lots of research that shows that you will never really be truly healthy, no matter what your body weight is, if you're not exercising. I'll just give you a quick study. They've shown that an 80-year-old that's overweight that exercises will consistently outlive a 60-year-old that's thin that does not exercise. What's that tell you? It doesn't really matter what you weigh. What matters is if you exercise, if you want to live longer and be healthier. So that's not what I wanted to really talk about with this particular speech, but what I wanted to tell you is why exercise as your only strategy for weight loss is very difficult to help you to achieve your goal. And a lot of this it's helpful to understand because it's all about numbers. Weight loss is just calories in versus calories out, energy out versus energy in. So when you're exercising, even if you're exercising extremely hard, you're probably only burning 500-600 calories an hour. So average person is probably exercising maybe an hour. And if this is your only strategy, here's the problem. Average person, let's use a female. Average female burns 1,800 to 2,000 calories per day. So let's say we're 2,000. We'll make our math easy. So you're burning 2,000 calories a day. Now you add 500 extra calories of energy from exercise. So now you're burning 2,500 calories. Let's say you were gaining weight before. So that means you had to have been eating more than 2,000 calories a day in order to gain weight. So let's say you're eating 2,500 calories. Well, number one right there, if I'm burning 25 and I'm eating 25, all I'm doing is breaking even, so I'm not gonna lose any weight. But let's go to a second scenario. Let's say I was only eating 2,000 calories a day, so I was maintaining my weight, I wasn't gaining weight, and now I add 500 calories of exercise in, so I'm burning 2,500, but I'm only bringing in 2,000, that creates a 500 calorie deficit. This should work, this should help me to lose weight. And I would agree, cognitively, I'm 100% on board with the fact that yes, this should cause weight. But the problem is you have to remember that weight loss in your metabolism is controlled with a primitive part of your brain. The primitive part of your brain doesn't do any math about how many calories are coming in and out. All it does is it sees a deficit and it says, oh my God, I've got to slow this down. It doesn't register this as I'm doing this purposely. I've got extra fat stores. I've got food available. I'm just choosing not to eat it. It doesn't register any of that information. All it says is, this deficit is not sustainable and is going to cause me to die as an organism. So what it does is it says, hey, I've got to create balance in the body. So now I can't argue with the fact that it took 500 calories of energy to perform that exercise you just did. But what I can do is I can lower my base metabolism. I can slow down hair growth. If you had hair, I don't have any hair, but I'm going to slow hair growth everywhere. I'm going to slow or lower my body temperature. I'm going to lower my cellular division rate so that everything is slowed down in my body. And what's that going to do? It's going to lower my overall energy levels. So now, where I used to have a 2,000 calorie metabolism, I kind of slow it down to 1,500. Now I've created a situation where 1,500 plus that 500 of energy I use from exercise is now even with where I want to be. Now that sounds extremely frustrating, and it is. So I tell people, don't think of that as, hey, there's a good reason I shouldn't exercise, I'm slowing my metabolism down. No, that's not what's going to happen. You're going to be healthier with exercise, but then if you couple your strategy of exercise coupled with lowering your caloric intake, so let's say I eat a 1,200 calorie diet and I do 500 calories of exercise, so now I've got a 2,500 calorie energy expenditure, but I'm only bringing in, say 1,200, well, the body can only slow the metabolism so far, and what's going to happen is eventually you're going to create a situation where it just has to utilize fat. It has to break into those long-term reserves in order to get the energy it needs to survive. That's going to create your weight loss and make you healthy. So never ever stop exercising, continue to exercise, and add the diet in, and you'll get to where you want to go weight loss-wise. I hope this doesn't confuse you, but instead motivates you to succeed, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.